So if you've been to more than one wedding in your lifetime, who has? Get right to the chase there. You've probably heard that 1 Corinthians 13 verse more than once. Anyone? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a reason. This passage is beautiful. It's why we talk about it at weddings, because it's about idyllic love, the perfect love. And it's a lovely, lovely picture of love. And that love has to be of a married couple, right? It's the love we all aspire to when we get married. It's the love that we are sure we have when we get married. And it's a beautiful vision, a list, really, of the attributes of love. And what a list. Listen to this list. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It's not irritable or resentful. It doesn't rejoice in wrongdoings. It rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Is that sweet? That's so nice. Let me just take a quick poll. How many married people are out here? Okay, so these are your friends. They will tell you the truth. How many of you who just raised your hand, married people, are never rude to each other? You're in church. How many of you are never selfish or arrogant or boastful? How many of you don't lie? See, the thing is, as much as I love all of these beautiful attributes of love, I also know that sometimes they can be a little intimidating. We can look at this list and we can think, all the time? I have to do this? All the time? And then worse, sometimes we can look at this list and then we can start to measure our own relationship by that list. And we can begin to question, are we doing everything on that list? Gosh, are we really still in love? What happened from when we got married? For instance, Patrick someday might get to thinking, I'm looking at this list and I really loved Adam. I don't think I'd keep getting angry with him over the same things, no matter how annoying he is. Or Adam, one day, might think, I might be falling out of love with Patrick. I don't know, because lately all I want is time to myself. I can't do any more yard work. Is that so? And then we go on and on and on from there. I'm here to tell you that that is normal. That's natural. This list isn't about what love looks like right now. Right now you are in love. It's beautiful. And you're at the beginning. This list is a list of attributes that comes after a lifetime of living together. That's why I believe that the Apostle Paul ends this passage with saying, he says this, now we see in a mirror dimly, meaning not clear, but then we will see face to face. Now I know only in part. Then I will know fully, even as I am fully known. This love that Paul describes is the gift that you get after you have lived together and trusted each other and failed each other and messed up and made up over and over and over again. Compromising and talking things through and not retreating to your own corners of the house, but staying put at that table and not leaving. You are fighting, not for just your own way, but for the marriage. It's that kind of love that comes from making small daily choices to keep working at the relationship, even when you don't feel like it. It comes from a lifetime of mornings, waking up, rolling over, looking at the person next to you who is snoring and drooling out of his mouth and saying, I choose to love that person today. It has to be every day, because the day you wake up and you say, I think everything's okay, I don't want to work about it anymore, that's the day things can start to fall apart. And if it seems like that's a bit extreme, or there's a little bit of urgency, let me reference the scripture that you chose today from Psalm 39. Our days are numbered. Life is no longer than the width of my hand. Each of us is but a breath. And I love that you chose to include that scripture because it's a simple reminder to choose life, choose love every single day. And that supports that urgency, not to take any day for granted, to love deeply and intentionally every single day. To listen. Oh my gosh, to listen. Right? And to keep listening. To listen with kindness and patience and without judgment, because true listening is the key to fully understanding, or as the Apostle Paul says, fully knowing and being known. To walk through that path together, to become fully known, means that you wake up willing to be honest with each other about your feelings while you respect one another's journey. That's what you're choosing today. You're promising to help one another become the best version of yourselves, both as individuals and as a couple. And finally, let me remind you, you're not in this alone. You have a community, that crowded table. You have people around you who love and know you and care about you and will be there for either or both of you at a moment's notice. Most importantly, though, God is with you. And I know that sounds like a no-brainer. God is with us. However, if you remember every day that you are a cord of three, remember the scripture about a cord of two is easily broken, a cord of three not easily broken. If you remember that there is a cord of three, that God is fully present with you, in you, around you, encouraging you, ministering to you, loving you, keeping God central is central to everything that you'll become. My prayer for you, and I think I can speak for all of us, is that you keep being intentional about your choices, that you will throughout your life become fully known, and that your love will grow to the greatest of these.